Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Well, it is 7:44.
Early in the morning.
Early in the morning. Been up since about 5:30. Got on the road at 6 o'clock. We are headed to It's So Grady.
Grady.
We are going to go put it in today, guys. We're going to go get some roof trusses.
Raise the roof.
On the roof. Thinking it'll go good. It's going to be definitely a hot scorcher today. It's supposed to be
102 or something?
Yeah, 102, feel like 120, something like that. It's supposed to be stupid hot today. But we're going to get it in. Got the tank top on today. We are loaded up. Got the cooler. We got the tent. We got a fan.
We got two fans.
We got two fans.
You already know.
Mike seen my fan in the back of the truck and is like, brilliant.
Already know.
So, yeah, we're set up. We're going to camp out there tonight and get up in the morning and head out. I mean, maybe a little touch-up stuff or whatever, something needs to be done. But we're going to get back on the road somewhat early tomorrow to get back. Got the home front all situated. Alyssa's going to look out for the animals. I already fed them and stuff real good and all that stuff for today. So, in all reality, they're good to go no matter what. Yeah. But
and she even said she would look out for our animals.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
What a good
Well,
mom.
Mainly because the main animal has left.
Because the big animal's gone.
Yeah. We are on some back roads though, guys. This right here has got us bobbing and weaving and zeebing and wobbing and jobbing. Like every 2 or 3 miles, it's like, turn right, turn left.
We're getting ready to turn again.
Yeah. But on the flip side, I like these kind of rides because you get to see all of this beauty.
I mean, I would much rather ride these back roads and see the beauty than riding with all the traffic and taking a chance of, you know, blowing a tire or someone else blowing a tire.
North. Yeah. Alright, we're going to turn left here in about 0.3 miles. Yeah, excited about it though. I've been wanting to get out to the Grady's now for a year. Just, you know, it's busy. It's about 4 hours away.
Almost right at 4 hours.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit closer, but yeah, it's basically 4 hours away. It's about 3 hours and 45 minutes away. And just busy. Everybody's working and doing their own thing and stuff, but it's going to be fun.
Take the next left onto Arkansas 95 North.
Excuse me, I'm trying to film right now.
So rude. No
rude.
Etiquette.
Yeah,
no etiquette.
My GPS is so rude, guys. So rude. Oh, you got to pay attention for a second.
Pay attention.
Pay attention. There's cars coming from everywhere.
This is a really busy intersection.
Yeah,
actually.
and a very narrow road.
And we're out here in the sticks.
In the middle of what's happening. Yeah, but
continue on Arkansas 95 North for 30 miles.
Oh, okay, we're good for 30. All right. Yeah, that, and also I want to hang out with White Rock some more. I believe they're going to be there.
Yeah, I actually seen on one of the Grady's videos, one of their last ones when they were raising up their walls, that White Rock was out there helping them.
Yeah. So I got to see them at the meetup this year. It's the first time I met them. And just clicked. I got a good vibe from them. So I'd like to spend some more time with them, get to know them a little bit better. I thought I had my It's All Grady shirt tank top picked out, but it ended up being my Freedom Weekend one. And then I got to remember, and I was editing last night, and I was wearing that shirt in that video. Speaking of which, on Come On Homesteading today at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, got an epic video coming out for you guys. Man, where'd the fly come from? I've been driving for like 2 hours, and now all of a sudden a fly gonna land on my face while I'm trying to record. Man, look at here. Man, those flies. I'm good. I'll shake them off and stuff like that, but boy, once they start landing on my face and my nose and all that, boy, it gets to the angry point. And I haven't had to deal with flies too bad in the tiny house, but for some reason last night there was about 6 of them while I was editing. It's always when I'm editing, guys. They want to land on my face and annoy the heck out of me. I went into the cabin and got 2 fly swatters, and I was like, okay, it's on. And so we did a little fly hunting last night, and yep, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. If they wouldn't have messed with me, they'd have been here with us. Yep, they gone. There you go. Got rid of. And yeah, so I edited it last night. Got all of that situated and scheduled to go out today because I was going to be on the road out of town. So be on the lookout for that. And what did y'all think about the Come On Keeping It Real yesterday? There was a lot of great comments and stuff, and thank all of y'all for y'all's nice words and comments and stuff. It means a lot.
I can tell you what I thought about it, and I have more love and comments than anybody about that Keeping It Real yesterday.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Lissa's a happy woman.
Super. She is stoked.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, when you left yesterday, we finished filming our STS, our little shoot.
That comes out today.
That's coming out today, guys. We'll be able to walk you through and show you the inside of what the tiny house looks like, and kind of give you a little bit of sneak previews of what we're thinking about going on and stuff like that.
And also, if the service allows, after this, which would be actually before, because this comes out, I'm actually thinking about doing a members live on Come On Homesteading.
A little road trip live?
A little road trip live, do a little member live for a little while. It probably won't be a full hour, but, you know, probably about 30 minutes.
A little what's happening?
Just a little what's happening, a little something extra. And so, yeah, I'll be doing that. And I was actually... Yesterday, I went to go try to get a vanity for the bathroom.
Lowe's.
Yeah, struck out. The only one that I seen that would actually work for the style, they were sold out of. And he said, oh, there's 2 on order. I was like, well, when are they coming in? He's like, they don't tell us anymore. They said ever since a couple of years ago with the Ninja, it's never gotten back right. And I told him, I said, that's because nobody wants to work anymore.
Well, that's okay. Just keep checking in every single day.
Yeah, every single day. So basically on the way back home tomorrow, because like I said, we're going to leave somewhere early in the morning, so we'll be going through some towns. On the way back, I'm going to stop at a couple of places on the way back and see. Because I need a vanity, guys. It is a pain in the rump shaker to brush my grill and stuff in the morning and evening. Without one, I have a water bottle and I'm standing over the toilet, you know, and I'm like, you know, so
hoping you don't slip and drop your toothbrush.
Yeah, or like, you know, because I'm so tall, you know, you spitting water in a toilet, you don't want it to splash up and all that stuff. And it's just not very, conducive to a
good
productive.
I like that word.
Hey, you know what? I've been killing it with words here lately. Who said you can't teach old dog new tricks?
Come on.
My vocabulary, guys, believe it or not, I know I'm old country and, you know, got that southern twang and all, but I was in corporate America for a long time. I can turn it on when I need to.
I was just about to say, I mean, don't let the accent fool you. I mean, you are a very educated man.
Yes, I am well educated. And, I do have 8 years of college in the old noggin.
Sometimes you drop an old vocabulary word on me, and I'm like, ooh, I like to hear that.
I can't spell it, but I can say it. Spelling's always been my weakness, guys. But yeah, I was in college for about 8 years on the dean's list. Not too bad for an old country boy, right?
And if you guys don't know, the dean list is actually a good thing.
Yeah, it's
what is it?
It's an A average.
A average,
basically. Yeah. When I finished college with a 3.86 GPA.
Dang, what is that, like 1B?
Yeah, it wasn't many.
Your whole career?
I was like right there. There was about 6 classes I took in college where I scored over 100. Like 105, 110, stuff like that. Because, like I tell my son, he's in school, I said, even if you're doing good in the class, always do the extra credit. Always. And for anybody that's watching here that's in school and all of that, I also worked for a college for 12 years. Always do your extra credit, because finals is where all the stress is at, right? Your finals, your midterms, stuff like that. Well, if you're sitting there with a 99 in the class or 100 in the class, right, or even 100 plus in the class, and you have a final, you can literally calculate, okay, I need to get a 23 on this final and still pass the class.
There we go.
So it takes all the stress of the final out of it. Like, you know you're going to get at least a 23. I mean, you can Christmas tree it, you get a 23.
You could sign your name on that joker and get
you know
a 23.
I mean? But if you slacked in the class and then you have a final and you got to get like a 90 on your final to pass the class, well, then that's where all your stress comes from.
Yeah, because now you're trying to cram and cram, and cramming's never good.
So I always put that extra work in to eliminate, well, that was a big hill, to eliminate the stress and the, I don't know how we got on the college thing. I ain't been in college in about 2 years. Another thing, guys, I've got 2 degrees. I've got many industry standard IT certifications and stuff. Plus welding certifications and all that, but that has nothing to do with school. IT certification, stuff like that. I also have 3 certificate programs, all in management, IT management and stuff like that, that I've developed over the years. And I didn't actually get my GED until I was like 32 years old. So
I love that stuff.
It's never too late. It's never too late. And you know, you just got to go after it. But I tell people that college is all about getting through it. You're really not going to learn a lot in college, guys. It goes too fast. I mean, you're going to learn some, but you're going to get your real world experience. That's where you're actually going to learn what you're going for.
That's a fact.
But the whole reason for college is to see if you can take a monumental task and complete it to get to the end of the project. You know, that's why degrees are important to people in the business world. So yeah, and I never expected to go to college ever in my life. I never expected to get a high school diploma in my life, but after all the years of owning businesses and everything else, when the recession happened and I had to shut everything down, I figured I'd be able to go get a management job somewhere with all my business experience, and I couldn't get a job to save my life. So you never know.
Well, you never needed a high school diploma or any kind of educational certification because you got back. You could just put it on your back and work hard.
And I actually talk to Levi now about it in school, and I said, son, I don't care if you ever use the degree or not, but it's good to have in your toolbox, just in case, because you never know. You couldn't have told me at 20 years old I was going to need to go do it at 32 years old. And I'll tell you this, it was a whole lot harder at 32. I missed all the fun stuff, you know, all the stuff that you hear about college where you party and you got the frat parties and woohoo, and the girls, woo, the girls, you know. I didn't get none of that. I had kids that needed to eat, you know. I didn't do nothing but work full time all day and then go to class all night for years. So
college was really kind of a drag, huh?
Yeah. It's but I enjoy learning. So
yeah,
you know. But yeah, 8 years, and I think the roundabout thing. I'm only about 16 credits away from my 3rd degree.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I've got 2 degrees plus all the certifications and certificate programs and all of that, and I'm only, like, in all honesty, if I went full time, about a semester and a half away from my 3rd degree. Will I do that? Maybe. You never know.
Maybe.
Just to complete it, because I like to finish projects. But it won't be right now. I'm too busy. But I have thought about from time to time maybe taking a class here or there and just kind of keep taking a bite of that elephant, guys, and going in and chipping away at it. I did not know this was going to be an education.
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real. So if we keep it real, guys, whatever's on the brain is what comes out. But yeah. So I am college educated. I might not sound like it, and I pronounce words very southern and broken English at best sometimes. But,
that little drawl.
But you put me in a boardroom where I need to shine, and I got the suit and tie on, guys, and I clean it up a little bit or whatever. I can own it. I promise you that. I can sound a lot smarter than I am. Come on.
Come on.
That's funny. Whoa, that's a big hill. Oh, I'm driving.
The kids do that every single time when we're in the car and we go down a hill. Woo!
Yeah, I was actually on the way back from Russellville trying to get my vanity and stuff like that yesterday. I did get all the wood for all the trim for the bathroom. and some really cute decorations for the bathroom and laundry room.
Oh, that is cool.
That's going to match beautifully. And I was on the way back and I got to thinking about the whole build and stuff like that. And I was telling Mike last night, and he was already thinking it. Perfect opportunity and project for the boys.
Oh man,
to get involved.
Yes.
You know, that all summer it's been hot and stuff, and they here or there, you know, a whole lot more there than here. But the weather's cooling down now. It's their space, right? And it's a great project for the two boys to get involved, to really own it and feel like that they built their little spot, and to appreciate it that way when they're laying there and they're thinking about slamming that door. They know what it took to put that door on. You know, stuff like that. And especially with Talon, I've been harping on the Talon here lately, because that boy is 4 years away from being a grown man.
That's right.
You know, we're you blink your eye, 4 years is over. I know from experience. You know, I've raised two of them, and I was telling Mike last night, I was like, man, that's a perfect opportunity for them to be a part of all of it. The takedown, the demolition, which demolition is the funnest part. You know, give them a hammer, some safety glasses, and a hard hat, and let them go at it. And putting it all back together, and it'll teach them some life skills and trades and everything else. Because honestly, guys, you know, I just went on my whole college spiel, but there's a very big shortage of tradesmen. A tremendous shortage. Because of everybody trying to make it seem like tradesmen and it was a bad thing, right? Now you got to pay $50 for a plumber an hour. You know what I mean? Because there's no plumbers.
And that's after the $100 service call.
Yeah, exactly. And don't mess around, let it be on a weekend or at night. And don't even talk about a holiday. But because tradesmen, so not everybody's built for college, right? You know what I mean? I'm college educated and stuff like that, late in my years and stuff, and there's definitely there's a value to it, especially nowadays with getting a job. But not everybody's built for school. Not everybody tests well and all that other stuff. So there's nothing wrong with trade schools or to go get a trade. You just got to be willing to work and put the effort in. So there's never nothing wrong with learning a trade, even if you never use it except for your own personal use, like we're doing right now. I actually went to Job Corps whenever I was very young for carpentry, and never actually went and got a job as a carpenter. I've done home renovating and stuff like that. I had a little home renovating business and stuff I did on the side there, but I never went and like was a framer for a company. Right.
But it was good to have those skills.
I have the skills. That's why I can use all those tools and stuff like that and kind of understand how it all works. So the way I see it is, it's a toolbox. I talk about toolboxes all the time. When I was teaching them YouTube and editing and all that other stuff, that's the way I explained it. I told Lissa, every time you do a video, try something new. I said, every video, and eventually your toolbox is full of all kinds of cool stuff you know how to do. And now look at her. Look at her 6 months later. Her videos are awesome. She does stuff in her videos I don't even do, you know.
She brings those little animations to life.
Yeah. And she enjoys it, and that's just her putting another tool in that toolbox. Next thing you know, you got one of those big old 6-foot mechanic toolboxes full of tools.
All kinds of drawers.
Depends on what drawer you want to open. You know what I mean? So, and that's the way I kind of approach life, and that's the way I try to talk to the kids about education and skills and stuff like that. To me, education is a very diverse thing. It's not just college. It's not just school. There's all types of education, life lessons and stuff out there. So, yeah.
We were actually talking about it last night, me and the boys, because last night we actually finished up a project we've been working on. We just finished our shed that we were putting together. We got an 8x10 metal shed. Yep. And it's probably been a week solid that we've first started it. We started it like last weekend. And then Lissa went down and got sick, and we kind of slow rolled it. I was waiting on some stuff to come in, and me, Talon, and Jacob, we finished it up last night, and we were talking. Because when we lived in Jacksonville, we actually did a remodel on one of my boss's houses that we were living in. And the deal was like we could live in it rent free, but we had to remodel it. And they got to paint their own bedrooms and help do drywall work. And we were talking last night about, what color the walls they wanted and stuff like that. I was like, remember how much fun it was in Jacksonville when you guys got to paint your own walls and do your own room? I was like, now we're gonna have you're gonna build your own house.
Yeah.
And Jacob was a lot more excited about getting his hands on and stuff like that than Talon. Talon is a little bit more of he's more of a technical kid and stuff like that.
He's more of a gamer.
Yeah, he's more of a gamer. Although he does like to, I would say he likes to do projects that he can feel like he can relate to and he can get into a little bit better. Whereas Jacob, he's more of, I'm ready to try anything, let's do it type of style.
Yeah. Talon
likes to use his mind a little bit more, you know?
Well, I know a tree that's pretty good at that. The old technology.
Yeah.
Get him out there running his own network cables and stuff in his room.
Right.
I'm like, hey, well, let me show you how this gaming system that you like to play actually connects to the world.
Right.
You know what I mean, type thing. And like I said, that goes right along with what I was just saying about different people like different things. You know what I mean? Talon might end up being the college one.
Right.
Jacob might end up being the one that's a lineman, you know, chasing hurricanes and getting people's power back on.
Right.
You know, which is a very good living. Which is a very good living, but you got to work for it, you know. So, yeah, it's cool. I just like to see, to me, it builds confidence in the youth. The more that they feel like they can accomplish and do, it just builds that confidence for that next phase of life.
Yeah, I was just about to say that too. And not even just confidence in being able to work or build anything, but just to have confidence in life in general, knowing that, hey, you know, if I can complete this, I can go through this. You know, there's other things that I can make it through also.
You know, the funny thing is, guys, all of this same stuff that I'm sitting here listening to him talk right now and all this other stuff is the same stuff that I taught him when he was like 16, 17 years old.
Yep, for sure.
The message is still the same 20 plus years later.
It ain't changed a lick.
You know what I mean? It's nothing else I'm consistent.
That's real.
You know, my daughter, I've talked about this before. I don't know if I've talked about it on this channel, but I have on Come On Homestead. My daughter, the nicest thing that my daughter's ever done for me was a couple of years ago when Levi was graduating. It was Father's Day weekend. And so I flew into Florida for Levi's graduation, and we did a Father's Day thing at my ex's house. And my daughter was there, and a bunch of kids and stuff that I've mentored over the years. Ages anywhere from like 6 years old to man bun, which is 36 years old or something like that. And at some point she took everybody, each one of them outside, and did a little video thing of what I've meant to them in their life. You know what I mean? Because there was probably about 8 or 9 of them there. There's a lot more, but at that particular party. And the message across all of them was identical. Like identical. Like from 36 years old all the way down to 6 years old. I mean, I've been mentoring my whole adult life. And all of them had the same thing about being accountable for yourself, work ethic, being a good person, you know what I mean?
Doing things for others.
Doing for others and not expecting nothing. And, you know, just all of my core values. It was consistently all the way from 6. Of course, the 6 didn't articulate it the same, but meant the same thing. You know, and also, you know, talked about me taking them on their first camping trip and stuff like that because they didn't have male role models and stuff like that. Like I didn't really have when I was growing up, you know. So a lot of the boys, most of them was boys too, because down there, my ex's family, it's all women.
Right.
And
a lot of single mothers.
A lot of single mothers with boys, and they all have boys. All of them have boys. So there was no male in their life but me. And I used to do a lot of stuff with them, and I taught them a lot of that stuff. Took them fishing for the first time. Took them camping for the first time. And some of these kids now are like 24, 25 years old, and they still have very vivid memories of those days when they went camping the first time. And like we did a boys trip thing with the boys, all the cousins, right? I got them together, and some of them were struggling in school, so I got them to start working together to make each other accountable for their education. And I promised them a guy's camping trip for a week if they all passed. And so, but I said, y'all got to help each other. You got to call each other and say, hey, how you doing in school? Do you need any help? If you're strong in math, help this one. You know, if you're better in reading, help your cousin. You know what I mean? And so all year they worked together, like, boom. All of their grades were astronomically better than they've ever been. And they all passed. And I told them, I said, if one of y'all fail, one of y'all, the camping trip's off. And I told them, I said, what do y'all know about me? And they all said the same thing. You mean what you say? You know, and I always told them, if I tell you you're going to be in trouble for something, you can count on you're going to be in trouble for it. If I tell you you're going to get rewarded for something, you can count on that you're going to get what I say. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they knew I meant what I said, that if one of them didn't pass, then all of them don't get to go.
Right.
It's just the way that it is. It's a team thing. So they all worked together very, very hard to pull this off. So we went camping. I got a couple of the fellas together. And I mean, we had ages all the way from like 4 years old to like 12 years old, 13 years old. And a couple of my buddies and me, we all went out to Hart Springs for a week.
Oh, nice. I love Hart Springs.
Yeah, and I had all the kids, they had to put their tents up. They learned to cook on a campfire. They had to gather their own wood, like the whole deal. Is like teaching them how to be self-sufficient and stuff like that. And one of the best trips I've ever had in my life, guys. It was so fulfilling watching these little guys, especially a little 5-year-old coming out the woods with a big log, you know, just smiling because they done got a log bigger than them, you know what I mean, stuff like that. And teaching them how to cook burgers and, you know, stuff like s'mores. Just about every one of them, the first time they've ever ate s'mores in their life was with me. Because if I'm camping, I'm s'mores.
That's a memory,
you count on that, you know. So yeah, I guess we're just going down memory lane today.
I was just about to say,
back roads.
Do you remember that when I was living with you in Zephyr Hills, and then we went on that camping trip? I don't remember where we went. We came back up here somewhere, or not up here, somewhere closer to where the springs are. Yeah. And near Gainesville, we went on a camping trip too. I don't remember where we went, but I remember going on a trip. Yeah, that for me is very nostalgia with this one, because I've been mentoring him forever. And I'm still mentoring him. 20 plus.
Yeah, I'm still mentoring him 20 plus. And to watch him now with his own family and teaching his kids things that I've taught him over the years and stuff, guys, this is what it's all about. I mean, it is. It is. And he was one of my more difficult ones. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I had a rocky childhood.
Yeah,
I was not the greatest of use.
Yeah, no, he definitely needed some direction. And but I'm also pretty hard-headed and pretty determined. So here we are 20 plus years later, and I'm still trying.
The old noggin's still just as hard.
He's still very hard-headed guy. I don't know if it's worked or not. The verdict's still out, but we're still working on it. But yeah, it's just cool to see it all full circle, like old man bun, old Ian or whatever. Very proud of him.
Prime time outdoors.
Yeah, old prime time. He, you know, he never ceases to amaze me. He kills life. He kills life. He's doing really good. I got another one in Atlanta that works for the largest construction company in the U.S. that is a general contractor for him.
Okay.
And he worked with me when I owned my steel company at 16 years old on the summer. His dad.
Oh, Billy?
No, that's my nephew.
Oh, okay.
It's Dustin, and his dad used to be the sales rep for the crane company that I used.
Okay.
And he asked could his son work with me over the summers and stuff, and so I let him. But I'd always tell him, like, you ain't allowed to do this for a living. You're too smart.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You're just too smart. So I got him in school, and then he originally went for motorcycle mechanic, you know. But he got it, and then he realized he wasn't going to make the money he wanted to make, stuff like that. So then he started learning about the CNC machines and stuff like that. Did that for a while, and then that translated into this company where he worked his way up through the things. Very successful now, and he calls me. We don't talk often, but he probably calls me about 4 times a year, just to kind of give me an update, or if he gets a promotion or something like that, I'm one of his first phone calls. You know what I mean? Hey, you know, hey, check this out. I just got promoted to this and that, and stuff like that. And I've got quite a few stories like that, guys, where I get check-ins like that.
I think I was one of those.
Yeah, just kind of letting me know where they're at in life and stuff like that. And to me, you know, that's my legacy. That's what I want my legacy to be, anyways. Is that I've tried to help the youth, because I didn't have mentorship. It's something I didn't have in my life, unfortunately. My dad was not the one that y'all hear me talk about. That's actually my stepdad, but my original dad was not the hardest worker. I got my work ethic from him for sure, but basically watching him taught me a lot of things not to do, basically. So I've tried to be there whenever I can. Wow, we got long-winded today, huh?
Holy smokes, 31 minutes.
Yeah,
we're keeping it real, guys.
Yeah, we're keeping it real. Just give y'all a little bit more in-depth background of me and how I'm built and why I think the way I think, and how I kind of look at things, I guess. And I guess with them, you know, getting their house here and about to start their new journey, I guess it's just brought back memories and nostalgia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I seen y'all's comments or whatever. It looked like Uncle Dave was about to cry yesterday. I seen y'all paying attention.
It about made me cry yesterday.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I'm a sensitive person. I'm a big old teddy bear, guys. I really am. I can growl. Don't get me wrong. I can turn into that
grizzly.
Yeah, I can turn into the grizzly if I need to. But to be honest with you, I'm more like what's the Yogi
yeah.
the bear. You know, just
more of a koala.
Just trying to find a picnic basket. Hey, boo boo. Hey, boo boo. Where the picnic baskets? This was a fun talk today, guys, but I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Love every single one of y'all. It is hump day, so today is the day, guys, to get out there and bust your rump shaker, guys. I normally say take a small step to your goals. Today, I challenge you to take a big step towards your goals. Something that might be holding you back, stuff like that, you know, and you're just like, Today's the day to pull the trigger, guys. Make it happen. And always do something nice for somebody and help somebody out when you can, guys. And don't be scared to reach out and mentor the youth. It's important. It's very important. That's our future, guys.
Sometimes it might be a little bit more important than what you really think it is.
And a lot of times those kids don't know how to ask for help, and they're sitting there wanting it. And sometimes you got to step out there and just kind of give it to them, even if they don't think they need it.
And let me be a testimony to say this, that I would say almost 100% of the time we don't know how to ask for help, and we're not gonna ask for help. So it's always gonna take you, somebody, to go out there and do that extra, extend that extra hand, because we need it. We need it.
Oh yeah. And the learning never stops, and the mentoring never stops, and the being mentored never stops. I have my own mentors that I've developed in my adult life that I look to, that's helped me out as an adult. So never stops. I hope y'all like this message today, guys. I was definitely not planning on going down this rabbit hole. I promise you. Maybe it's all these twisted roads that's got me thinking about all the twists and turns in life. I have no idea. But I think it's a very good message, and hopefully it gives y'all a little bit more in depth of kind of how I'm built. You know what I mean? I'm always showing y'all what I built. Well, now y'all kind of know how I'm built.
On the inside.
On the inside. Love every single one of you guys. Have a absolutely amazing day. And don't forget, guys, go after it. Go after it, and always keep it real. Come on.
Go Ridge Life.